Okay. Then what is the main difference between activity and fragment?
Uh, Activity is a subclass of fragment. Okay, sorry, fragment is a subclass of activity. Without activity, we cannot use fragment. Okay, so if you are going to make any project, you need at least one activity. Okay, and because the launcher activity will be launcher when we launching the application, the first this activity will get call only, and then you can add multiples of fragments.
So what is the main difference between on create and on start?
On create, when you start, suppose you have you have click on any buttons to navigate to any other activity. So first time when it going to launch the second activity, it will call the first on create. When it will be about to visual, then it will call on start. When it will be fully visual, then it will be on visual.
So why that content view is not is called in on create, not in on receive?
Because this will get call only once. Okay, so that's what they calling in on create.
Okay. So how to get a contest in fragment?
Sorry.
Contest. How to get contest in fragment?
In fragment, we can use get context.
Okay. So now which one you are using? Model view controller or model view model? Which one you are using?
MBVM.
Okay. So it is possible to implement model view controller in Android.
Yes, yes.
So what do you mean by Dalvik?
Like when you're writing any program in Java, so that will while it will run for environment creating, we need JVM. Same thing in Android OS. When Android any application or any program it runs, for that it need Dalvik.
Okay. What do you mean by asynchronous task?
Asynchronous task. Uh, See, if something's run in background, so and it's long running process, so that's asynchronous task.
Okay. You hear about data binding?
Yes, yes.
So what is Android data binding?
Data binding, suppose like you have some data coming from backend, and we was doing in starting of the Android, we was doing setting in all those things in fragment or activity. Nowadays what through the data binding we can directly set that suppose one name is coming, so that name we can set in XML.
Okay. So how to enable it?
How to? Yeah, okay,
Enable and
in Gradle build we need to write data binding enable.
okay. What is Elvis operator?
Elvis operator, in this, like in Kotlin we use to null safety. And
Okay.
okay, and suppose you wanted to create if else condition, so that time also, if suppose first condition is true, so it I mean it will execute the first condition, otherwise it will take the second. So for that also we can use Elvis.
So okay. So how does constant different from val?
uh See, wall is that you cannot change the value. In const, like it create only once, and most of the time we use in constant file that will access to other any other application, I mean any files.
Okay. So which database you are using? SQLite?
uh, I know, actually I have worked for SQLite and Room database also, but in current project we are not using.
Which one is better?
Room is better.
Why?
Because first of all, while we writing the code, this is very simple, and while we are saving the data, it's simplest to save the data. And while we are fetching some data from the DB, that time it's while we are sending some request, so its response is too fast compared to SQLite. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the data classes?
Data classes is hold the data of the applications. Okay, and suppose we are writing in Java getter setter, same thing in Kotlin we have a data class to get the hold the data for
Okay.
model class
So what?
basically.
Okay, fine. What is the difference between lazy and latent?
See, late init is a later initialization. Suppose you want to some value is there and you want it at runtime, that time you can initialize. Okay, and that will be the where. Okay, always. And in lazy there will be always val, and suppose it initialize only once. Okay, suppose there is a big data and you have called once. Okay, so that data again you are going to call, so that time it will take from the locally, it won't call the server, it won't take from server.
Okay. So what is inline function and infix function?
Inline and infix, no idea about that.
Okay. So what is the main difference between live data and mutable live data?
See, mutable live data, whatever changes happening in the backend side, it will get reflect. But in live data, you cannot. That won't be changed.
That's the main difference. That one is the main difference. Huh?
Yeah, that is the main difference. Like you can change and set value and get value.
Okay. Okay. You hear about Dagger.
Yes.
So what is the use of Dagger?
That is a dependency injection that will create the library will create the default instance for you. No need to create for any. Suppose you wanted to access some any other classes, that Dagger will create the instance for that.
Okay. So what about Dagger Hilt? Here Hilt. Hilt is a new tech. What is the
Uh,
advantage of?
no idea.
Okay. What is core routines?
Yes, coroutines is similar to the RX Java. Okay, in that, like you wanted to perform, you wanted to create thread, so it
Okay.
create thread for you, single,
Okay.
separate thread.
Okay. What is the use of view models?
View models, it store the data of the classes. Okay, it hold the data. Whatever data you have, it will hold the.
So what is the difference between explicit and implicit intent?
Uh, uh, Suppose in implicit intent you don't have the target. Okay, suppose you are wanted to share something, that time you can use implicit intent. Explicit intent, you have target. Suppose you are moving from one activity to another activity, that is explicit.
So I already one question is I already installed one app through Play Store. Okay.
Okay.
So after that I need to update that app. What is the procedure?
uh, Either you can go to in that application we have this thing na, uh, we have information about icon app info. Okay, in that you can go,
Okay.
and you can, or you can directly search to the in Play Store. From there you can
Okay.
update. If there will be any updation, it will comes update, otherwise it will be open.
Okay. So developer as a developer, you how to update an app in Play Store.
See, suppose if there will be some updation in the application, so we can create one pop-up, and we have this direct Play Store link. We can, through implicit intent, we can redirect to the Play Store, and directly they will do the update.